Hey folks, welcome back. Tonight we're playing Myth the Wind Age. Well, let's get started. So one second. Here we go. We open with another gritty 90s cartoon style animated cutscene. Night has fallen. We watch from afar as vast hosts of undead creatures scramble up the slopes of a great plateau, clambering over the slippery, dismembered corpses of their fellows. They cover the entire mountainside and the plain below, almost shoulder to shoulder for as far as the eye can see. Flaming missiles hurled from trebuchets at the foot of the plateau hammer the walls of a shining silver city, exploding in violet flares of dark magic against a shimmering golden shield. Soon, the shield fades. The walls shake and crumble. Dark creatures flood through every gap in the wall like a rising tide. The trebuchets turn their aim to the city itself, smashing buildings and setting every district ablaze. We watch the city burn from afar, until a blinding column of pure white light rises from deep below, its brightness driving back the shadows between buildings and eclipsing the raging flames. This great column of light expands to encompass the entire plateau, its brilliance making the sky glow until night becomes day. When the light vanishes, everything is gone. The armies of the fallen lords are burned away. The city has vanished, leaving nothing but a crater that pitches down into an endless chasm. The crater walls glow in the darkness with lingering, shimmering heat. Days and nights flicker by. The seasons change and change again. Centuries pass in a matter of moments. Storms and high winds begin to mold the crater, smoothing the rough edges that remain. The passage of time slows. We see columns of thrall winding their way up towards the rim of the crater, directed by a handful of soulless. Night becomes day again. We zoom in close, our view drifting lower, until we see the mouth of a tunnel hidden in the crags. Two exhausted legionnaires, Finn and Caleb, hunch against opposite walls just inside the tunnel mouth. Behind them, the shadowy shapes of refugees, young and old alike, huddle on a shadowy staircase that cuts down deep into the cliff face. The cloth-wrapped body of Angus, a fallen legionnaire, rests on the floor amongst them on a makeshift litter. A blue and white Legion shield has been laid neatly across the fallen soldier's chest. The view pans outward as the soldiers spot something in the sunlit valley below. Looking over their shoulders, we see a thin plume of wood smoke rising from a campfire. We see the tiny shapes of humanoid figures in the distance, bits of metal gleaming as they catch the sunlight. They're mostly sitting around the fire. There's a handcart near the fire covered by an oilcloth and a cluster of two-man wedge tents just beyond. Reinforcements, Caleb deadpans. We're saved. 5 coin says it's a trap, Finn offers eagerly. I'm not taking that bet, Caleb mutters. Besides, you still owe me 10 for that giant turnip. End cutscene. Okay, so here's the deal. So you guys are emerging from the ruins of an ancient city that was buried underground during the cataclysm thousands of years ago when it was destroyed. You are with you are the refugees, not from this city, but from another city that you traveled from through the World Knot system, which was the Lankerfan, the capital city of the old Caithbruig Empire. You fought your way through the underground labyrinth that remains from the ruins of the city, and wound your way up a set of hidden stairs inside the chasm itself, like within the chasm walls. And you emerge from one of 2 exits. The west exit here on the slope of the crater, and then the right exit goes down into this kind of big open. There's kind of this hidden ravine that opens out into this big valley. It's all, there's kind of this shocking transition of darkness into light as you guys emerge from the cavern. It's noon when you get out there, and the sun is beating down harshly from overhead, and it takes a little while for your eyes to adjust. You've got legionnaires waiting at the ends of both tunnels, keeping back the civilians that are crowded into these narrow underground stairwells, waiting for you guys and the Legion to clear a path for them to escape to wherever it is that you guys are going. You've been told by Megan, who is the sergeant, the commander of the Legionnaires, that there are thrall waiting outside, and you can sort of cautiously peer out and see that this is true. If you look up the slope of the plateau behind you, because you're at the foot of the plateau now, you can see that there are blocks of thrall stretched out across this ridge that goes to the crater, and across the sort of the crater wall leading up to the summit. Each block of thrall has a solus. So it's kind of hard to see the icons at the scale, so I've color coded them. So purple is a solus, and then these guys obviously are the thrall, and then you also see a goal hanging around. The goals are sort of like these goblinoid, um, fast running, clever creatures that have these long cleavers. You see one of them kind of hanging around with the thrall on the western slope here. Um, the there's you got the two exits. The party has all emerged from the west exit. You can backtrack if you want to and shift to the other exit. It's a steep 30-minute walk underground to get from one exit to the other. If you want to travel back the way that you came and take the other staircase. Put your pogs all on the board over here, just so you can move people around individually if you want. But for now, I'm just using the red tokens so we don't have to stack all these tiny little tokens on top of each other where you can't read it. So everybody's at the staircase right now, except for Nithalos. Nithalos, we'll find out about you in a minute. But first, let's talk about Sebastian. Sebastian, tell us about your character.
Sebastian is a wizard. One thing. He is well dressed and well groomed. Well, he was a few days ago before all this running around and struggling, but he seems to be a well educated, middle aged man who's right now very scared and wondering how the hell we're getting out of here. Someplace safe.
So you're a refugee like the others technically. Most recently, you came from Lankerfan, as I said, which is the capital city of the once mighty human empire called the Caith Brewing. Was your character from the capital city, or did you come from another place like Skullomance, which is where the Warlock's Tower is located?
He was at the capital. He was actually going to school or under another instructor, or he's an apprentice for somebody there.
Okay, so you most likely would have been studying with the Avatara. The Avatara are sort of like this holy order of warrior priests that have this, or they had until very recently, this great tower within the city walls that was sort of like a center of learning. So you probably would have been studying there.
That makes sense. So, and now, like I said, he's here just trying to survive to get to the next safe location.
All right,
and as he needs.
I'm gonna say, do you have people? Do you have people around you that were in the city with you when it fell?
Yes.
Who's with you?
There would be a couple other students or young acolyte priests that would be with me that were studying there also, as well as just some general other people from the neighborhood type thing, that we all kind of know each other.
Okay, refugees. Fair enough. So you probably, let's say you probably haven't met Kath, but you've met. 1 second. I'm going to say you've met Honora, who is this dwarven woman who worked at a local tavern that you guys frequented when you were sort of in between studies. Those of you who were of the arcane persuasion, or perhaps not too strict in their priestly virtues.
What was her name again?
Honora. I put her on her label on the map as well. Okay. She was kind of like a general handy person. She sometimes sort of helped fill in as an extra wait staff, but he was sort of like a general handy person who fixed stuff up around the inn, and you'd see her hanging out there a lot and probably chatted with her a few times. And she was good friends with the owner. Um, and so you have where were you when the shadow fell over Lankerfan, when the shield went up that protected the city from the encroaching cloud of darkness that flowed over it like sand?
He was in the market actually looking for supplies and components, things like that, just for his spell casting and just substance to eat. He was at the market when it happened.
All right. So you have fairly recent memories within the past. I guess probably would have been the night before last. You remember that they sort of rounded up people over the course of over the course of a day, and these very strict, very hard bitten legionnaires sort of ushered you into a group with a bunch of other people, and they cued you, and you went down this very long stairwell into this secret chamber beneath the Imperial Palace. And there was this portal there that you stepped through called a world dot. Sort of you step between these four pillars along with a group of other people, and then suddenly you vanish, and then you appeared in that underground city, which you're now emerging from. And so you were probably one of the last groups to go through. So you probably saw some of the legionnaires fighting, or you probably not saw, you probably heard some of the legionnaires fighting and dying in the hallways above, buying people time to escape. And now you've escaped, and you're in another complicated situation where the undead. Now, these are not the creatures that destroyed the city, although those creatures were present at its destruction. These are Thrall. They're sort of the foot soldiers of the undead, and their lieutenants, shall we say, that have arrayed themselves on this mountainside. And they're all facing towards the crater rim here. They seem to be thinking that people are going to be climbing or flying or something, maybe rope rappelling out of the crater. So you guys have a bit of an advantage because they don't know where you're going to emerge. So that advantage is potentially very temporary. You also, as I mentioned, you look out over the valley here, and you can see that there is an encampment of living humans out on the plain a few miles off down below. They're sort of like you can't see too much detail from this distance, but you can see that they're wearing some kind of like metal armor from the way it gleams in the sun when they move around. Okay, and then let's talk about Nithalos. Nithalos, where are you? How did you get here? Give me some context for Nithalos' appearance.
Nithalos was
Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, sorry.
still a baby, like a small child when everything happened. Like her entire race practically disappeared, and so she has been living by herself most of the time. And she came across I think like almost like spirits of the dead, and just slowly acclimated to living a solitary life in this very dead place. And I think that's how she became one with the shadows, became almost a shadow herself.
Yeah, so were you living down in the halls of Thar Anos before all these people got here and sort of disrupted your space?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And what makes you follow them up into the light now?
Because it's been so long since I've seen anyone who looks like me that isn't just a painting on a wall or a statue, that when I see like a light version of myself fly by, I'm like, the fuck is that? And so I follow just out of curiosity.
All right. And have you revealed yourself at this point, or are you
No.
keeping? Okay, you're keeping to the shadows for the moment.
Yep, still keeping to the shadows because I'm still not sure what's going on.
Okay, and then for both of the new characters, Sebastian and Nithalos, let's talk about your bonds. We'll do Sebastian first. So read out your bonds list, and then we'll try to fill some of those in. You may have met some of these party members before in the past.
This person will play an important role in events to come. I have foreseen it. So that would be the first one. Who would be the person that is an important role in events to come? The second one is that someone is keeping important secrets from me. Ooh. And someone is woefully misinformed about the world. I will teach them all that I can. Those are my three.
Okay, so let's form bonds. So of the 3 bonds, which do you guys think fits your character the best?
And
I think Halloran's. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't know how much with, my biggest one is who might be the important role in events to come.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if Halaris wouldn't be in that because he knows where the Lightstone is.
I think Halaris, but I think Nithalos is like there's something wrong because he is like you haven't seen their type of people for so long.
Or I was thinking that would be a woefully misinformed about the world.
That one, yeah.
She would be because she's been living underground solo for centuries.
That's interesting.
That'll work. We'll go with that.
So what kind of misconception? Sorry, what kind of misconception does Nithalos have about the people that you're seeing right now?
Having lived underground, she probably just she might think that they're all new. Like they don't like humans and I forget what the elves are called. Like they don't Furbolg, right? Furbolg?
Yeah, humans, Furbolg, and then there's dwarves among them too.
I think that she would be looking at them and being like, are these new? I've never seen these before. And not even realize that there are whole civilizations that she hasn't seen.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I like that. Sorry, Sebastian. Let's go back to your bonds again. I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
I don't really recall.
Sorry.
The other two would be is who might be keeping a secret from me. That, and then who will play important roles in events to come. And I'm fairly new to meeting some of these people. We might have to kind of fill in the blanks as we go.
I think maybe Sebastian and Mira might have met because you guys were both in the capital city before the siege.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I have no problem with that.
Mira?
Which characters am I playing at the moment?
So your Chip is in your current party member, right?
Yeah. I have Chip and who's the other guy?
Well, you had Jack was with this group until he went back into the spider dimension.
Yeah, it's the spider dimension. Yep, taking the artifact with him.
Right.
I think Chip's here then, right?
Yeah.
With this group.
Yeah. Chip and his B are here.
Okay, so
Chip B. Instead of Chucky's Chip B.
So Chip, what is your bond with Sebastian?
Let's see. Let me take a look here. I gotta dig out my bonds again. All right. So, what is the type character? What is your character again?
I am a wizard.
Chip thinks that What is your character's name?
Sebastian.
Chip hangs on your every word, and because you are wise.
Oh, the fool.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
but
then
for my bonds is who is keeping an important secret, if anybody.
somebody in this party's got to
Okay.
have a secret.
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Because
That
I'm
would
not
be
from
Chip.
this. I'm not from this world.
Okay, that was Chip, right?
Yeah, it was Chip.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, there's
I'm
something
not
strange
from
about
this
Chip, but you
world.
can't put your finger on it. He
Yeah.
doesn't dress like anyone else here. What is Chip? What is your outfit like?
It's very primitive. It's like the strange, like chitinous leather, made from like it looks like spiders. If you actually look, it's like got small hairs on it, and it repels water.
Yep,
So-
he has a secret I have to figure out.
Yeah.
All right. And then who's
The
going to
truth
play
is, he
him?
doesn't know where the hell he's from either, technically.
And then who is Sebastian seen maybe in a vision that is going to play an important role in events to come?
Characters are and what they do, so let's see, we got 3 of them.
Maybe we can maybe say that for Ahmed's character Hyder, since he's not here this session. That makes sense to him.
And that makes sense. Hyder
Right.
the hero, I can go with that.
Yep.
Hyder the priest.
Yep. And then Nithalos, what about your bonds?
I don't know if she'd have any immediate bonds. She doesn't know anybody.
I think
Her bonds are blank fears darkness, and for good reason. Blank does not trust me. I must change their mind. Blank is a mystery to me. I must know more. And blank knows about my dark origin and understands.
okay, so I think it makes sense that nobody would know about your dark origin. I think surely as you watch these people come out, there's a lot of mysteries. Who do you think is the most mysterious of this group?
For Nithalos, it would definitely be Halaris. And I don't know if that's allowed.
Okay. I'm fine with it. I think it makes some narrative sense. It's not going to be the most useful bond in game mechanical terms, but it
Yeah.
makes some sense. Maybe we can. What would make Nithalos choose to reveal herself? Or I guess we could figure that out through the course of the session, maybe.
Is anyone playing Sean?
No, that was Winpage. He had to leave the game because of the schedule change.
I have several open bonds. Then
Oh, sorry.
2 of the people that were on my things are now gone.
Okay, do you want to form a bond with Sebastian, maybe, or Mira?
Yeah, let me look up some bonds. I gotta give some example bonds.
Otherwise, with Nithalos, I could think of actually Sebastian's very well educated and lots of knowledge, having studied. Once revealed, he may know what Nihilith is. That would be the other final option. There.
Very cool. I like that. Nithalos, does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And he really
Right.
wouldn't care. He would in fact be interested in studying him.
That's very interesting. So we'll see that play out a little bit later, hopefully. Okay, so you're in this circumstance. The civilians can't hang out here forever. The Legion are doing a good job of kind of keeping them back, bottled up in the tunnel, but they're noisy, they're uncomfortable. They move around and kind of circulate back down into the dungeon as they have to use the facilities and stuff like that. And they don't have access to any water and food, so people are getting pretty cranky pretty quickly, especially since they've already been sort of in this dire situation for, I don't know, like a day and a half or something like that. What do you guys do?
Was anyone that just showed up in need of protection? like might have had money and might have hired me.
Oh, you're talking about from the refugees?
Yeah, I mean the people in our party, obviously.
Oh, okay.
That's a bond. I have been hired to protect blank.
Maybe that would be something that Mira or Sebastian would do. I don't know.
I got one with Sebastian already, so maybe Mira.
What's Mira doing?
Would you
No,
hire
Mira,
a
one of my
bodyguard?
bonds. Would you? I have been hired to protect Mira.
Oh, I would hire a bodyguard. I'm like,
Okay.
I just sing songs, bastards. What do you think that? Need help.
Good.
All right. So now this is going to be interesting. Mira, why did you feel the need for a bodyguard recently? Because you only just met this guy and you're shelling out coin to get him to watch your back. What has happened that has made Mira fear for her personal safety out of everybody here?
After kind of going through everything and seeing the portal of hell and kind of getting thrown into the situation where I'm screaming names to find people that I don't know, I feel as though maybe there's something pretty strange happening in the world and I want to protect myself.
But I mean, this group of strong arms that are already kind of protecting everybody, and you're sort of in that collective group. Why do you think you need
I'm just
protection in
paranoid
particular?
that I
you're
need the
paranoid.
extra protection.
Okay, so what happened to make you paranoid? Must something happen to you before?
As a child, I was told to stay in place, and I was told to stay in place when there was a fire happening, and no one came back for me. And ever since then, after escaping when nobody came back to me, I said that I would never be without somebody watching my back.
Nice. Okay.
Does that fulfill your requirements, sir?
Indeed, it does. Thank you. Very good. You know what? Market experience points since I pushed that pretty hard.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you. It's my first experience point with her.
There you go. All right. So what's the plan, guys? How are you going to get out of here? What do you want to do?
Well, do you want me to explain my character, since I literally I had been playing her, but I never really gave her the backstory or anything?
Oh yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, so I am a human bard. So what's really cool about this is when you first enter into a civilized settlement, someone who respects the customs and of hospitality to minstrels will always take us in as a guest. I am chaotic. Go figure. My background is kind of
What
that.
alignment is your character, though?
What?
So what alignment is your character, though?
Chaotic. As me. I mean, I'm as chaotic as my character. Does that happen?
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know you are, and I'm trying to mess back, and it's not working. Anyways, so after the fire incident, I never really trusted anybody in my immediate family or anything like that again, because that was a complete lack of care or trust for me. So as soon as I was able to, I always knew that I had a voice that could possibly change the world. I have my item is a songbook in foreign languages that I seem to understand and know what the spell does, even if I don't recognize the words. And then basically I'm just a charismatic, chaotic human running around like a V would do. Singing songs just off the top of their head. Wait, did I make this character me?
All right. All right, and now you've got a bodyguard. Are you paying chip and coin or
Bodyguard?
I got a bodyguard.
Okay. Bodyguard.
A bard bodyguard.
Yeah, Chip,
She's actually teaching me languages and songs.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's my
teaching her
payment to
from the
him.
Spider Verse.
Yep.
that's cool. So you
Alright.
probably have your own kind of like script, I imagine, that the people that
No idea what
lived
that
in your
thing is.
realm
It's all
developed.
really weird.
Yeah, so
Like
she's
he has the script, but he doesn't understand the words, and I'm trying to help him with that.
Yeah, Chip's not the he's like that chip that fell off the block and then got forgotten in the sea and then stuck in a corner. Because intelligence 8.
I swear my brain is going to break. I literally just had these crimpers that I bought off of Amazon. I just pulled them out of the box and I can't fucking find them.
Your hair, are they?
Probably right in front of you. Usually where I find it.
The dino dick is right in front of me, so it can't be that.
I have
Found them,
no
but it was
questions
very
about that
close to being
statement.
right in front of my face. Don't. If you would like to, I can show you what the dino dick looks like after the stream.
um,
I'm good.
He's like, no, absolutely not. You know, I don't need to see a dino dick. I don't need to understand what a dino dick is. We are done.
this episode is brought to you by Bad Dragon. No, I'm just
Yeah. This
I was
episode is brought to
thinking it,
you
but I
by
wasn't gonna
Dino
say it.
Hub.
It's not my stream.
All
Dino
right.
Hub.
So
Where you can get all of your sorry.
so Megan kind of approaches you guys, and she says, "You all, anyone of you stealthy?"
Only at falling. But
Eh.
I'm looking down over there, and I don't trust that camp. We should not head there. Obviously, if they're out in the middle of nowhere, they're for them.
I'm going to send somebody to get out there and take a closer look. I was hoping it'd be one of you guys, but I could send one of mine if necessary.
I'll go out.
You think you can avoid being noticed by the
abilities.
What's that?
So do you want me to make a roll or something?
Yeah, so this will be so first, I guess, choose which exit you're coming out of and give me kind of a general approach how you're going to be stealthy. Because remember, this is in broad daylight. You could wait until nightfall, but the undead at least will see just as well in the dark for the most part. So it isn't necessarily advantageous for avoiding their notice. But if you want to avoid the humans' notice, maybe you do want to wait for night. But there's also, the problem that you could trip over something or something like that. Are you going to wait for nightfall? Or are you going to sneak out during the day?
Oh, I'm gonna sneak out so I can see things.
Okay. Okay. So and then
caverns. I do better at night, but I still can see.
Okay, and then give me kind of a general approach or like a route that you're trying to take to sneak up on.
Starting from here, wherever we're at.
So there's two stairwells that you can come out of. This one goes out to the upper, and then this one goes to the lower. Yeah, the little teal thing is supposed to be the tunnel.
Where are we closest to?
So the party right now is here.
All right, I'll come out this one then.
Okay. Okay, so you come out and there's this kind of system of like little ridges and like ravines coming down from where you are. It's all kind of downhill from where you're at, unless you're going up to the crater, which I don't think you would. Although I guess you could if you wanted to get a bird's eye view, but you kind of already have that if you're looking at the guys down below here.
I'm also having this guy. Where is that? Hunt and track, I guess. Sort of. I guess that'd be my bee is helping me.
Okay. What? Is there a move for the bee helping with that?
You follow creature trails. Okay, so it's wisdom check. Okay, so if I can get like 7 or better on this thing, it'd be okay. 10. All right.
I'm gonna say you're not really following it.
He's just aiding me.
Okay.
By adding a point or 2 to my 9.
Oh, so what is he actually doing to help you be sneakier?
Oh, he's actually looking and crawling ahead or flying if necessary to look if things are open.
Okay.
I'm basically kind of using him as a scout for me so I can see the scout.
Okay. So I'm going to say you're scouting ahead. You're crawling, kind of belly crawling down this ravine, trying to avoid being seen from the ridge above. And they don't spot you, but they do spot the wasp. And this Solus, you can kind of, as you carefully peer out, you see him, like you see his head moving very slightly from this distance as he tracks the creature in flight. He
How far are we away
turns.
from this part here?
What's that?
What are these distances? They look like mountains that could be like 10, 15 miles between us.
Yeah, so you can actually use the ruler tool to figure out the distance. Have it set up. So this to there is about, I don't know if you guys could see that ruler. That's about a mile.
Okay, he's a little bit over half mile on rough terrain. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly worried about that. They
Um,
know there's holes here, right?
they don't know where the stairwells are. You guys are the entrance is hidden from view. So it's really well like built into the mountain in a way where it kind of just like appears from from the bottom of a ravine. It's very carefully constructed in a way
So
that's
is this-
concealed, and there was like a secret door at the end of it that you have open right now. So they're all expecting you to.
What's on top?
This is the Great Devoid. That's the big chasm that was created when the city was destroyed by the Kaliak to prevent it from being overrun.
Here?
What's that?
There? Is there a connection internally to that chasm?
Yes, there is. So underground in the
the wasp will just fly up into it and then go down.
Okay. So as the wasp flies up, let's see. The wasp starts flying up the slope. You see as you're watching, kind of cautiously from below, the Solus floats slowly along this column of thrall that's here. I'm gonna say it's 2 blocks of thrall, so maybe about 30 of them. It floats beside this column of thrall, and this goal approaches the Solus, and they converse. You can't hear what they're saying from this distance because they're speaking fairly quiet. And the goal. What's that?
It's like a half mile, so I'm not worried.
Yeah. The goal takes off and starts loping up towards the rim of the crater. As the wasp is flying up and dipping down over the crater, there's plenty of space where the goal is not going to be able to like reach out and slash it. It's a huge crater. However, the Solus is going to throw a javelin at the wasp. What do you do?
It just dives in, just drops suddenly.
Okay, so give me a what are the stats of the wasp? Remind me.
It doesn't really have any specifically. It just has ferocity and stuff like that.
Yeah, what is it? It's like ferocity and cunning and instinct, I think, right?
Wow, let me get that. Hold on a second here. I think it's our animal companion. I have an improved one. Okay, I think I just pressed this button.
Okay, it does what you wish.
Fast. I can fight monsters. Scout.
Fast. Okay. Since this is a tiny creature with the fast quality, I won't actually make you roll because it's kind of a long shot anyway because he's throwing up a mountain towards you. So you this thing swoops by and dives down into the ruins. And then give me a cunning roll, I guess, to have it kind of navigate back and rejoin the party. I'm assuming that's what you wanted to do.
We're not going to do that.
What's that?
That was me forgetting to mute myself.
Oh, no
problem. Wisdom.
Okay, yeah. So the wasp will rejoin the party down below at the mouth of the stairs here in a couple minutes.
I was observing them do that, so I can give back feedback and stuff.
Yeah, so you can, if you want to try to get more detail, so you can see, like I said, there's the column of thrall on the ridge overlooking the area, and there's the Solus, and then there's a goal.
We go down there and wipe them out.
You're saying that's hilarious?
Hilarious would absolutely go with you and try to wipe out any undead.
Yes. We're like, yep.
That is.
But I'm protecting somebody right now.
overhearing this.
Okay.
What is our goal? Where are we supposed to be going?
So you're trying to. So you got you got a load of like hundreds of civilians that are like following you guys around, and you need to get them out of this undead dragnet, basically. So you guys go wherever you want to, but the civilians got to be able to follow you without getting murdered.
Also, well, yeah, I'm just saying, which direction are we going? Is there a goal, or are we headed to a specific location, city? And
Great
what's the most direct path to get here?
Let me put you guys on the world map so you can talk about that. Okay, so the party is here currently at the southern rim of the Great Divide. Actually, not that far from the dwarven city of Myrkridia. There's also the town of Moonchild, which I don't think this group would know anything about. Actually, have any of these characters in this current group been to Moonchild? I think maybe Hilaris might have. I'm not sure.
As old as Hilaris is, he's probably been everywhere, but not necessarily recently.
Okay, yeah, so then you may have been there back when Moonchild was like an actual populated city, but as far as you know, it's abandoned right now. The two kind of nearby destinations are like Myrkridia, and which is sort of on the other side of the mountains, and then Gower, which is north of the Great Divide, through the Void Marsh. And then if you get out onto the main road, which is in sort of, I guess, west, depending on how you want to go, then you could maybe get the Skullomance or Forest Heart if you wanted to take a turn off the road. Those are your options.
First place we should get to, as Bastion talks to the party, some place with food and water. Some place as close as we can get.
Well, Chip knows almost nothing
Place
about
would
this
probably
world,
be
so he can't help
Myrkridia
you.
then.
And you know how many days travel that will be through the mountains?
With this group of civilians, I'm going to say it's going to take probably 7 or 8 days.
I can sing us a song to pass the time.
Right.
All right. You're guarding her, right?
They may be guarding me, but they cannot gag me.
All right, so then
Yet. They cannot gag me yet.
So you guys are going to be heading southwest, roughly this way is where you want to get to.
That gives us an idea of where, at least the direction we had. Yet, so either go up over the mountain.
Chip, I'm going to put you out here since you're kind of in mid sneak, and you were trying to get a look at the camp down below. Chip, did you want to give me a discern realities to try to see what you can spot from here?
Is that me? Discern
Yeah.
realities? Oh, well, I'm a scout, so.
Okay, so you could ask questions either about the camp down below or about the guys up on the mountain. Up to you.
Camp down below, because I already looked at the cats up top. I got 3 questions. All right, so what should I be on the lookout for?
Okay.
What's here is useful or valuable to me, and we'll go with what is about to happen. There you go.
Okay. Let's see, Chip, you don't have any military experience, I'm guessing, right?
Well, he's a scout and a cleric, kind of for the Wasp tribe.
Okay, so you kind of have some maybe hard
He has some
won
military. Yeah, he's a ranger
practical
and a
experience.
cleric.
Okay, but he's not like formally trained, right?
Mostly, almost all of it's fighting monsters.
Okay.
Almost nothing humans, because humans are too rare.
Okay, so one thing that you want to pick up on when you look at a group of monsters is sort of like how many there are and where there are, and so you guess that there's obviously they're human. You think that there's probably about 20 of them in all. They're all hanging around the fire. They do have sentries posted out around their tents. Those tents look like a little too small or a little. The tents are small, but the way that they have them arrayed, it's like too small for them to fit one person to a tent, and too big for them to fit two people to a tent. So you think maybe some people are inside the tents that you can't see from here. That was what should I be on the lookout for? What were the other two questions?
One of them was what is about to happen?
What is about to happen? I'm trying to think what's the best way I can answer that from the information that
We're
you
all
have.
gonna die!
Well, okay, you can. I'll answer that about the mountain actually. So, I'll give you two pieces of information actually. One is that the goal up here, you see it loping down along the crater rim, and it travels out to this ridge over here and joins with this other goal that's hanging out by a lone solace up on the opposite ridge on the east side of the canyon. And it kind of genuflects to the solace out there, and starts to like report in basically. So they're obviously using the goal as a messenger. And the solace out here seems to issue an order, and the goal starts returning back across the slope towards the unit that it came from. So you can tell that this guy's in charge, and he's given an order of some kind. But obviously you don't have any way to know what the order is from here. For the camp down below, I'm going to say, how close do you want to get? Do you want to try to get within earshot of them? I can give you more information if you get within earshot.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to say you get within earshot of them, and you see one of them stopped outside one of the tents, and he's talking to somebody inside the tent. And you kind of creep around so you can get a look at the person inside the tent.
Got it.
And he's dressed differently from anyone here. Let me take off this so you can see what you recognize. He's dressed exactly the same as the guy that you met in the dungeon when you guys were evacuating Lankerfan, and you were fighting to try to hold off the undead forces. He's a warlock. So you see the warlock talking, and they're discussing. They're talking about someone named what's the guy's name? Talking about someone named Dearmid, and the warlock says, Lord Dearmid has told us to wait, so we wait. And the guy is complaining. He's saying we're running out of food. We're gonna need to move soon, or send someone out to get supplies. And Dearmid says, we need to wait till they'll come out. They'll be out of here. They'll be out any minute. You'll need to get this. You need to get a hold of the Kaliak. It will have the artifact, undoubtedly. So they're waiting. These guys are waiting in ambush for your party out here on the plain, waiting for you guys to show up.
Oh, that's not nice of them.
And then you have one more question, I think.
We'll go with.
So we found out who is really in control here. Some lord dude.
Yeah.
And then
I can give you a little more information if you want to use it on that, but I think you kind of already know the answer.
And then and what here? So these guys are what's here is not what appears to be. Let's see, what should I be on the lookout for? Let's go with that one.
So the human fighters that are out here on the plain are presenting themselves in a way that's almost like a mercenary or a legion encampment, but you notice that their gear is kind of like there's a familiar look to them, and it's the feel of the people that are used to kind of like hunting and surviving in the wild. And you think that they're maybe not trained soldiers in the way that the legionnaires or some of the other people that you've seen fight here are. You think that they're a group of people that were maybe pressed into service by the fallen.
Well, they got supplies, even if it's not much. They got tents and some of that, so I think this is still a viable route. We'll just have to go first.
All right. So what do you do?
Head back.
Okay, you head back. What's your guys' next move?
I'll let everybody know that there's a bunch of people who are planning to ambush us on the south, but they've got some supplies and tents and some of that in carts. So we just have to kill off the warlock dude, and most of them will just basically go along with the knowledge that they are going to ambush us.
Could we avoid them all going a different direction? Maybe over the mountains?
Well,
or
do we
to
have enough tents and stuff of that? They apparently didn't have very much food.
We've got no food,
Logistics.
and they have some food.
How many
That's why I recommend
legionnaires do
still
we
hitting
have
them.
that would? How many legionnaires do
Right.
we have that would fight? Because I cannot take on 20.
That's okay. Me and
Five.
Hilarious will do it if he's actually here.
Does Nithalos follow when Chip goes
Yes.
out on the sortie?
Can I do some? Can I?
Well, Nithalos wouldn't follow Chip, but would stay in the
Hi.
shadows near Halaris.
Sorry, go ahead, V.
Can I spout lore about this area to see if there is like a known like secret passage, or would that be discern realities?
You could spell lore, yeah.
Okay. Oh, nothing. Neither. That's okay. Please, for the love of God, give me a good roll. Please, for the love of God, give me a good roll. That is not a good roll.
Okay, so
That is a XP.
So I'm gonna say that you know that you actually know about the history of the Thar Anos and the fall and the way that the Kaliak destroyed the city, and there were, you remember in the histories that they talk about the king's secret exit and the queen's secret exit, and there was a particular battle where actually that you know a song about, where the queen was escorted to safety through one of the ravines, but unfortunately, she was caught just outside the Kaliak queen was caught just outside the city walls and slain by the Solus in this ravine here. So that's where the secret passage. You guys are in the secret passages essentially. This is where they come out to.
Okay. So we already know that we're at the secret passages. Got it.
So this is kind of where the secret passage ends, and you have to find your way from here. You do know that the eastern exit is supposed to be a little bit stealthier. It's a little bit like the exit is a little more concealed than the one on the west side.
Right.
But that's about it.
Okay. That wasn't what I was supposed to do. Sorry.
As you guys are discussing over the course of a couple minutes, this goal makes its way back over to the other Solus on this side of the ridge. And the Solus turns and gives a command to the thrall, and they separate into two groups. And one group starts to march down the mountainside in this direction. What do you guys do?
Prepare for battle.
Make it double.
If we're gonna go, we should go now and charge down the hill, taking his men.
So
Sounds good.
Any who fall are on their own. Just keep charging past and try to get through them, at least the civilians, as we hold them off, and the legionnaires.
So just to be clear, you got one group of guys that's downhill from you, and the other group is uphill from you, because you're at the base of a mountain, basically.
So the ones that are uphill, they're the ones that are coming downhill.
Correct.
And the ones that are downhill are waiting for us to basically come through and murder us.
Yes.
Can we pre-ambush the ambush?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Sneak up and
I
shoot
would
these
like to
guards.
do a song of lullaby.
Okay.
I guess that would be a arcane act.
So I'm gonna say you can. I'm gonna say you can cast your spells as far as you can sing, but the song also has to be audible to all of its targets. So if you sing from here, everyone and everything in the valley is going to hear where you're at. But you could cast a spell on those guys this way,
So this way, I'm over here right now.
right?
Is there
This
a
is
way
the-
for us to like get around to
This
like
is the K-pop
here?
girl.
Yes, you could do like the belly
Mira!
crawl, like Chip was doing, and try to sneak up there if you wanted to. Do you want to do that?
Let me
Right.
belly crawl to come to like here. Let my team know. So that will be stealth, I'm guessing.
Okay.
And then before I leave, I let the team know that if they hear,
Well, I'm going with you.
okay, I let Sebastian know. I go to Sebastian. I go, what is a bird that is not local to here?
Any bird at the moment.
Okay, if you hear a bird whistle, that means I put them to sleep.
All right, let's say it's a parrot drake.
There's like soulless around here, and there's like no natural animals that are going to be anywhere within like.
Right. So if you hear a bird, it's going to confuse them, but that gives you the that they're going to be asleep, and that doesn't matter.
And if we hear screaming,
Then you can come save me.
All right, so Chip and Mira are sneaking out. What are the rest of you guys doing while those? Are you waiting in the tunnel for the signal, or are you going to be making another move?
I would suggest we come out the eastern passage since there's less. If we're going to hit some of us come out from the east, some of us come from the other direction, and we pincer them if we're going to attack the encampment.
From the east and the west and the north and the south.
Okay, so Sebastian, you're trying to sneak over to the east side of their camp. Is that what you're saying?
I'm coming out the other entrance. I'm going over
Okay.
by Finn. Come out that entrance, and then we have some come from that side of encampment and others coming from the other. That
Right.
way, we kind of confuse them and so forth.
You got plenty of time to reposition because those guys are going to be crawling for quite a while. The terrain is not really conducive to stealth.
And I try to gather as many legionnaires that we can that are not currently defending further in the caverns.
Yep. You've got
Get them ready to lead charge also.
So Finn and Caleb. Caleb drafts one of the civilians to help him carry the litter, and then Finn is going to go with you. Let me put Caleb out here too. There you go. So they've got
Figuring if the others come other direction, we should have a pretty good once I see things happening.
Okay, and what about Hilaris? Where are you going to be at when all this is going down?
Since I'm assuming there's going to be no combat once we put them to sleep below us, I'm going to be staying up here in case these undead attack, but
Okay.
To protect the people and the entrance.
Okay. All right. So you're saying protecting the entrance. Chip and Mira, you guys start slowly creeping across the ground. Both of you give me Defy Danger decks.
That's not Defy Danger. I am doing so well today. This is why I don't like playing new characters.
Huh. Good way to level up quickly. So
Screw you, hippie! I don't want to level up.
all right, so Mira and Chip, you get out there. Mira, you pause for a second. Something about this whole setup seems familiar to you. You know the Solus that is in command here. His name is Diarmid. He is the general, and he is a particularly crafty bastard, because we established before that Mira had a history with the Solus. What about this setup makes you think that it's him?
Probably the positioning of the quote unquote participants in the ambush, they don't look like they're ready to ambush. They kind of are in a position that someone without a trained eye would not notice, but being someone who had to defend herself for as long as she did after her family's betrayal, she understood the differences between what a true ambush would look like.
Okay, yeah. So you know this guy is a real bastard. And he's have you fought in battles against him before, or how did you?
I've only provided like backup. Like I would give them a song and then they would go, kind of thing.
Okay, and I'm gonna say you actually knew this guy in life, if it's cool with you. He used to be a spy for the Legion. He was caught as he scouted out another group of bandits quite similar to this one. He sort of mingled among them and tried to learn what he could about the Fallen Lords. And he was caught by um, one of the Fallen Lords, and he was turned. You know that you know enough about the lore of the Fallen to know that Soulless are volunteers who were gave their souls essentially to serve the fallen after their death. They volunteered to turn against the living. But you happen to know that it took a lot of encouragement for him before he volunteered.
Right.
And
is there a way that I can possibly do a song to unturn him?
no, he's dead. I mean, you could you could destroy him using your magic. It would be like a regular attack spell. But it's not. There's no special. Couldn't unbind a soul for the body unless you had the life root or something like that, which you don't necessarily have. Yeah, so there is definitely. So you got a history with this guy, and because you've fought against him before after he was turned, or you've supported soldiers or people fighting against him before after he was turned, that there are probably more foes here that you can't see. That this setup is meant to look like there's an escape route, and maybe you could fight your way through and get out. And it's never that simple with him.
Right. I turned to Chip and I said, something is amiss.
What do you guys do?
Nothing, sir. I think he's ignoring me.
I've labeled the soulless commander.
Sir? Are you there? Am I doing this on my own?
Cat?
What's that?
Chip?
Yep. You want me to wipe out this dude?
Something is amiss. This isn't his MO.
Still should wipe him out, right? Clear the way
What?
for the south.
I said, I think that they have another ambush set up somewhere else.
Okay, as you guys are chewing on that,
go north.
Okay, as you guys are chewing on that, I'm going to cut back to Hilaris. Hilaris, the thrall, as they're making their way down the slope here, they split further into 3 small groups, and they start to kind of fan out and march across the plain in a wide, like, search formation. It looks like one of the groups is going to impinge upon the tunnel. What do you do?
Charge.
Okay, you charge up the slope. Go ahead and do your charge move.
All right, and I will. Hold on, where is it? Yell at them that it is time for them to die, and I will suffer no undead to live, quote unquote.
Okay. Yell at them. I think you have a move for yelling at them too, right?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and do that.
Hi, Chixies.
The Soulless that's up here on the mountain hears you shouting at his minions, and he laughs and he says, "You'll be swatted soon, little fly." And he hurls his javelin down at you as you're charging. Let's see. When you promise to defeat an enemy,
I
you deal
did
plus
roll
2d4
hack and
damage.
slash in there for my
Okay.
first attack.
Okay, you hack and slash, you charge in. Go ahead and deal your damage. Okay, and add your 2d4. And you can deal your damage in extra time because they're thrall. I forgot about that. And what's your bonus for Constitution?
My Constitution bonus is 3.
Okay.
Let's see. That's 2d4 for that one, and then I also get a extra 1d8 because I'm on a quest.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so roll that too.
So it's 16.
Wow. Okay, so you Polaris charges up here and you start cutting through this wave of thrall. 16 is enough to kill 2 of them because they're armored. So tell me what that looks like as you charge up and attack these 2 guys.
I keep
Well-
hearing you talk about like when we kill someone and you say it in such a way that reminds me of Forged in Fire when they test the weapons and it says your weapons will kill.
Was
And
it
that's all I think about is when you say kill is the way that he says it and it's like it will kill.
He doesn't have his halberd anymore. He's got the sword and shield. So, I imagine that he bashes one in the face to distract it while he cuts down the other one, and then when he moves his sword or when he moves his shield away, it's replaced by the tip of his sword in the second one's face.
Okay. All right, and Megan is going to charge up the slope with you, taking advantage of your charge bonus, and then there's another legionnaire that goes with her named Theo. So they go charging into the fray with you. Megan cuts down the third undead in that little group that you're fighting, and then Theo and Megan crash into the second group on your left flank here as you're fighting. Sorry, I know the. I'm gonna spread these guys out. Just I'm not changing everybody's position. I'm just making it so you can see who's relative to who, if that makes sense. Like where you guys are at relative to each other. Okay. There you go. Okay, so you cut through there. They got Thrall going out here, and then these 2 guys are going for the second group of Thrall here. So sort of like that. And then Half is hovering at the entrance. Okay, so Mira and Chip, you hear Hilaris's battle cry as he goes flying out. Nyphalos sees this only other Kaliak that she's ever seen in the last 1,000 years or so, charging into battle. What does she do?
She starts to feel this fire in her soul for the first time in a long time, and she will be like, "Oh, he killed this whole group. All right, let me show him up, or show him what I'm made of." And she'll come over here and attack the third group.
Okay, go for it.
And she's a little rusty.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, she likes to earn XP.
So how does Nyphalos fight? Tell me something about her like fighting style and her gear. What do you actually do when you attack these Thrall?
She is not trained in any way, shape, or form, but she has had to deal with monsters down below. So for her, being one with the shadow, she'll just create like blades of shadow that try to stab but I think she misses because they're undead, and so she was going for vital organs, forgetting that they don't have any.
Okay, so you with Thrall, you get to deal your damage once for free. So roll your damage. This Thrall are very slow and easy to hit. Okay, so you actually managed to stab one of them. It doesn't do as much damage as you would have expected to, and it reaches out and slashes at you. Let me roll their damage. Actually, I'm going to say you hack at it and spend energy. I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want to take damage or you want to be fatigued?
Fatigued.
Okay, so you're going to take -1 forward to strength-based checks until you have a minute to rest.
Okay.
Okay, I forget what the technical term for that ability is, but it's the -1 strength one. That's
Weak?
what you got. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Okay, so that's going on, and then we got Hider, and then I feel like I'm Sebastian. You're out here at the tunnel entrance, and you see that the battle's joined over on the other side of the hill. Are you going to do anything at this point? Or are you waiting and hiding still for Mira to make her move?
I am waiting and hiding. I'm waiting to see what this encampment below will do and the rest before anything else happens. Right now, they seem to be handling up above, and we still got this entrance protected if people have to come back down here.
Okay. Mira
He's hoping that people move and charge. If they do charge, he's hoping they can perform a pincer attack and get them from behind in that encampment.
All right, that makes sense. Mira and Chip, you're close enough that you can see but not yet hear them. You see the warlock come out of the tents, and he starts to issue orders to these guys. And a ghoul also comes out of one of the tents. That was kind of lurking in there, and it starts saying something to the warlock. And they get in like what looks like some kind of quick argument. And then the warlock points up towards Pyramid up on the ridge, and the ghoul growls something irritably and starts loping off that way towards the commander. And these guys are like not breaking camp, but they're like getting their weapons together and getting up from the fire and getting ready to make a move. What are you guys doing out here?
I'm looking at Mira. But she also knows I'm looking up at the top where they're fighting, and I'm going, put me to use.
Mira, Chip, what are you guys doing?
I'm waiting for Mira's response.
Are you muted, Veranza?
I am 1000% muted because I was talking to my team or my group. I said I was going to ask Chip what would he prefer to do in this situation? Would he prefer to attack down here, or would he prefer to go up and join the battle up there so we can advise them on the movement and the possible trickery?
Well, he'd really like to fight up there, but
Okay, so we're going to crawl back up so that you
no,
can
he's just
fight.
going to run up there. No,
You are
use
not
of
going to
crawl.
run up there. I will murder you if you run up there.
Well,
Because you
the fight would be
will
over.
make me get seen, and we don't want that, do we? Keep your mouth
And you
shut on
run,
that. We
too.
don't want that.
All right, well, skip us because we're
All right,
moving
as
slowly.
you guys are
3 years before
debating,
we get upstairs.
the soldiers here are starting to mobilize. This guy's moving along. It looks like he might pass your position, Sebastian. It's not really clear how close he's going to get to the tunnel. He obviously, they've taken this route before and he hasn't seen the tunnel, so he might not see you guys where you're at. But there's a risk of discovery, you think?
Yep, we're preparing to ambush him if he does see us. Just group jump him if he does.
All right, Nithalus, Hilaris, you guys are still fighting Thrall on the slope, and Hilaris, a javelin comes hurtling down the slope at you, And it gets a little bit of extra oomph because he's throwing down a really big hill to hit you at the bottom. What do you do?
I try to dodge the javelin.
Okay, defy danger dex. Okay, yeah, so you handily dodge the javelin. It kind of clatters down the slope behind you as the two other...
Sorry.
It's okay. You watch as the two other thrall blocks start to converge on Theo and Megan. What are you doing?
I will go over there and charge into this group.
Okay. Give me another hack and slash.
13.
Okay. Deal your damage twice. And then add all your bonuses.
That's 16 right off the bat.
Okay.
You need like all of the. You need like an abacus to be like, okay, like if I carry the 1, move the 4. Let's try to figure this out.
Okay, so
So
you
that's 25.
okay, you handily wipe out the second group of thrall with help from Theo and Megan. The third group of thrall is sort of shambling towards Theo. You guys have plenty of time to get out of their way if you want to, or you can charge again. You want to charge again?
Charge again.
Okay, another javelin comes flying down the slope at you as you're charging. You want to dodge?
Yep.
Go for it.
Ouch.
That
Okay.
didn't
That one's got
Yeah, that one's
good
gonna
aim.
get you.
I'm small.
I would say half damage being small.
I'm actually giving it a bonus to damage because, again, like I said, it's throwing down a really big hill. So gravity is against you. So you take 8 damage minus your armor. And you are going to suffer the excruciating pain of the soulless, envenomed javelin barbs. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Or you will be dead.
Feels like I'm gonna say it's just like it kind of clips one of your wings in a way. It doesn't stop you from flying, but it kind of hobbles you. And it's definitely slowing you down. And you fight through the pain. The pain doesn't get negated by your wisdom save, but you grit your teeth and you just like power through it and you keep fighting as the poison burns like fire through your veins. Let's see. Nithalos, what are you doing?
Nithalos does not like seeing the only other of her kind be hurt, so she will immediately attack whoever threw that javelin.
Okay. So you go flowing up the slope towards the Solus at the top of the hill here.
Oh, it's all the way up there? Okay.
Yep.
All the way up there.
Yeah, they're throwing quite far because they got the height advantage. They have the high ground. So you flow up towards the Solus. You notice as you do that there's another group of thrall the same size as the 3 blocks that were down there. But you come in at the Solus and you're making a hack and slash. Deal your damage. And how close are you to the Solus when you reveal yourself?
I probably come up out of its own shadow.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna say it kind of, because it's an undead sort of like half ethereal creature. It sort of has like a sense that you're approaching because you didn't roll a 10 on your hack and slash. So as you rise up out of its shadow to sandbag it, it starts to turn. I'm gonna say it isn't quick enough to get you because Solus is not really adept at melee, but it kind of starts to drift a little bit, just enough to blunt some of the damage. So I'm gonna have your damage as you strike through it with your shadow knives. And there's that puff of like kind of venomous purple smoke that spews up from its rib cage as your knife shatters one of its bones.
Is this considered dealing damage while concealed by shadows?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, because then Shadow Stalker comes into play and I get another 1d6.
Okay, nice. Okay, so this is 7. So it's still halved. So you deal an extra point of damage. Okay, so you did a pretty managed to knock out one of its ribs, I'm gonna say. It turns. It doesn't try to fight you directly. It starts to float away from you towards this block of thrall, and the thrall move to surround you and surround the soulless and sort of interpose themselves between you and it. What do you do?
I melt back into the shadows and like hide at their feet where they can't really see me.
Okay, what kind of what attribute do you use to command shadows?
Um, you mean
Melatonin. Oh wait.
you mean like intelligence, wisdom, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it wouldn't be my highest stat. It would probably have to be intelligence.
Okay, so give me an
'Cause I
intelligence.
can't see dexterity working as.
Okay, so give me an intelligence throw, or a intelligence defy danger. Yeah. Okay, so you.
Oh, defy danger, intelligence. My
No,
bad.
that's
That
fine.
was
You can
just
use that
straight
roll.
intelligence.
Yeah. Same thing. So you melt back into the shadows as the thrall move. The thrall sort of move at the direction of the soulless into a kind of a tight ring formation, protecting their commander. Let's see, Hilaris, you guys are fighting. Chip and Mira, the bandits are moving up the slope at kind of like a brisk trot, with the warlock trailing a little bit behind. You saw the goal messenger break away and travel up the mountainside. What do you guys do?
Well,
I
apparently we're
give
going to be
Chip the
overrun.
command that I said, "Do you think you could take out that warlock?
Sure.
Have fun." And I'll play a song. What should I play? When you first encounter an important creature,
The
location,
bodies
or
hit the
item.
floor. Let the bodies hit the
Yeah, basically, let the bodies hit the floor. I'm just trying to figure out what I play. I guess, like, to help. Would that be?
That's a +1 forward song.
It'll be,
So that would
I think
be
your
my aid
arcane.
or interfere, right?
Yes, you could do aid or interfere. I think arcane art also can provide bonuses. So whichever you want to do.
Let's go. No, I'm apparently not allowed to do jack or shit today.
Oh snap. Okay, so
XP so far.
yeah. So
I
I'm
have
going to do volley.
4 XP already.
you start to play. I'm gonna see that you like stand up to, or like sit up to get in a good position to use your instrument. What instrument are you using?
It's always my voice. That's the song book.
Okay, so you like,
I've eaten,
okay, so you kind of
potatoes last
sit up and stretch out so you can like get your full lung capacity and get out the songbook. The warlock sees you and he starts to cast a spell. And you see like flame, a wreath of flame forming around his hands. Chip, you're coming up on this guy. Are you trying to be sneaky?
When he does that, I stand up and volley him.
Okay, go for it. All right, +2 damage from Wasp, and then deal your damage.
So that should be 8.
Okay, that's 8. Okay, let me check his. 1 second.
Oh, that's old. It's +4 now.
Okay.
Because I had improved monster, their monster companion.
Okay. I'm just pulling up the stats for the warlock because I forgot to get it up before. Here we go. Okay. So you hit him. What's your total damage? 14?
10.
10. Okay. No, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So you hit him. It interrupts the spell when you hit him. And the wasp comes in and stings at him. And he screams, and the soldiers, brigands is what they really are. They turn and start to attack the stone wasp.
Well, he just flies back. He just flew in for a second and then flew
Okay,
off.
so give me a, I guess, cunning roll for him to try to evade these guys. Okay, he's good. So he flies straight back to you. They come charging at you, Chip. Mira, what are you doing?
I will be doing an aid or interfere again.
Okay.
Finally.
All right. So you take you give Chip +1. What is the effect of your song in fictional terms?
So basically what I'm doing is that I'm allowing him to add a +1 to his damage. Is it to his damage?
It's to his roll.
Oh, to whatever his choice is. I'm giving him a +1. And I know that it's his choice, so I sing a jaunty tone that speaks about the greatness of a warrior that is good at everything, so that he has the ability to choose whatever his plus goes to.
Ragnar the Red.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Chip, you get that bonus.
Because he's like loses his head.
All
And
right.
I apparently don't know how to roll, so it's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so you as you begin casting that, the warlock steps back, putting the brigands between him and Chip, and he starts another fireball aiming at Mira. And we're gonna cut to Sebastian. Sebastian, yeah. Sebastian, this goal is passing directly below your hiding place. If you do wanted to, doesn't look like he spotted you guys, but if you wanted to hit him, now would be the time. You want to make a move, or are you gonna wait?
Quick question. Well, would he be? Would anybody else be able to see him, not knowing the terrain we're truly looking at, like the people above? I'm looking.
I'm gonna say you can. I'm gonna have you make some kind of defy danger roll if you want to get him when he's in like a fold in the terrain when he's out of sight of the other guys. They'll definitely notice that he's missing because they've seen him running across the plain to get up there. But it might take them a couple seconds to figure out what happened.
Now, I think he's going to let him go because right now he's observing the situation to kind of see what the rest of the group is, and he wants to see what he was told that the leader or the count or whatever is up here.
Yep.
And he's kind of see what his actions are.
Okay.
He's kind of hoping that maybe the rest of them are going to go towards the combat, and then they can start leading the civilians out down the hill from here.
Okay.
And then try to interfere wherever in the combat to assist in getting them out.
Okay. You see the goal comes up to the Solus, and speaks to the like genuflex and speaks to the Solus, and the Solus turns away from the goal, kind of almost dismissively, and it reaches out to I think where they would actually carry these things. I guess he's got this at his belt. He reaches for this like glass orb that he has slung in his waist, and it glows to life, and he speaks to another Solus in the orb, and you want to try to overhear what they're saying? I guess.
I don't think he would be close enough, but if you let me, yeah, he'd love to.
Okay. Give me like if you want to use like magic to try to overhear or something, you can give me an intelligence roll, maybe.
All right. Yep. Or read lips or something.
Yep.
I don't know if that would apply. So intelligence, straight intelligence.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So you see, I'm saying, and you see him speaking into this orb. And let's say you could read lips because I think that sounds cool. So you read his lips. Does he Solus have lips though? I don't know. You can tell anyway. You figure out that he's giving commands to another Solus, and you can see from his body language he's looking over not at the battle down here, but at the battle over here on the opposite slope. Like he doesn't seem real concerned about what's going on with Mira and Chip and the Warlock and the brigands down here. Like he almost doesn't care about them. His attention is entirely focused on what's going on this western slope over here. And you can see him issue an order, and the Solus on the other end.
Poke catch, weekly catch.
What's that?
So, God, I hate forgetting to mute. 'Cause it's like I want to interject and I completely forget. Then I start interjecting and it's muted. And
you can see through the orb that the Solus acknowledges the order, and you can tell that it's not either of the two Soluses up here. It's another one that you can't see from where you're at. And you can see Thrall reflected in the orb, this like crystal ball behind it, as it starts to move its army. So you can't see where they're at. So it's whatever its trump card is it's going to be played soon.
I'm looking to the south then.
Okay. Give me a what's it called? Discern realities.
Sure.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, it seems like you can't make out much from here.
All right. At this point, he will let Finn and the rest of them that we should probably start getting people to get ready to go down the hill, but I'm thinking there might be more further down waiting for us coming up.
Finn
Who's giving commands to somebody.
Finn looks at Caleb and says, 5 coin, and Caleb says, "You wish." And then Finn gestures up the slope to Bastion, and he looks at you and he's like, "I think we should do something about them first, don't you?"
Yeah. Take out him at least.
Let's make a move then.
Prevent them from charge. Guys in front.
All right, so let's see if we can sneak up on them. They're gonna try to creep their way up the slope. They flatten themselves out. Do you want to creep with them?
I'm going to allow them to get a head start because I'm not good at creeping.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so they're surprisingly good at it. They despite the fact that they're like these big burly dudes in armor, they get flat on the ground and they follow the contour of the terrain. And they're managing to make some headway, although it's kind of a difficult climb. It's not a real good approach for them. Go ahead and make your Defy Danger dex.
All right. He will try to follow in their path to hopefully avoid making any mistakes. Strength, dex, what would be the preferred?
Dex. Okay, I'm gonna give you +1 because you're following their footsteps. You got somebody else helping you with stealth, essentially. So that bumps you up to a 7, which is a partial success. I'm gonna say, I'll let you choose whether they get spotted first or whether you get spotted first.
Them.
Okay. Which one is it, Caleb or Finn?
Left.
Okay, so Caleb.
Caleb.
The goal up here chitters something, and the Solus looks down, and a javelin hurtles down the slope towards Caleb. What do you do?
Hopefully Caleb jumps out of the way. Or if he doesn't see it, I'll yell out.
Be right back.
Okay, you yell out. He's starting to move. You're not sure if he's going to be able to dodge it, though. What do you do?
Not much I can do other than yell at him to hopefully assist him in getting a chance to increase his percentage.
Okay.
I'm going to run up and push him out of the way.
Roll, I guess. I think you have any particular bond with him. Just roll 2d6 straight, I guess.
2d6?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. The javelin clatters off of his chainmail on his back, and you think at first that he's fine, but then a second later he screams in agony as the javelin's poison takes root in his veins. So one of the barbs must have nicked him, and he's kind of like thrashing around in the ravine, and you hear Finn go, "Shit!" And he starts, like, he's in a position where he can't get over to Caleb in a stealthy way. And he looks back to you, Sebastian, and he looks up the slope. What do you do?
I nod. I'll take care of him. And
okay. Good.
Sebastian's going to run up to him. And one of his supplies he has for equipment is antitoxin.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Dose.
Okay, you dose him with the antitoxin.
He will use his antitoxin. He has 2 left then.
Okay. So Finn's charging up the slope alone against these the Solus and these 2 ghouls, and the ghouls both lick their cleavers with glee as they go to flank him and surround him. You're giving Caleb the potion. You watch as one of the ghouls rushes at Finn. As he rushes at Finn, he has something in his offhand, and you don't see it at first because you're paying attention to Caleb. But as Caleb starts to recover from the poison, he stops screaming. He settles down. You look up at the slope, and you see the ghoul hurl something at Finn's head from almost point blank range. And there's this kind of puff of like purple ooze that smears over the top of Finn's shield, and smashes against his helmet. And then his whole body goes rigid, and he turns stiff as a statue and kind of like stalls in place on the slope. And the 2 ghouls descend on him and start hacking at him. What do you do?
I'm not going to enter in combat. He's going to attempt to shoot a magic missile at one of them.
Okay, go for it. Roll to cast a spell.
Yep, I have to get the foot page here. Do this.
Okay, spell is cast, but choose one. How does your magic work, by the way? What does spell casting entail for Sebastian?
We're gonna go classical, just basically memorize spells, and he's got his spell book. He raises his staff, and from the end of his staff shoot out a magic missile. Okay. And it would hit him, but it draws unwelcome attention, that's for sure.
Okay, do your damage.
1d4.
Okay. You hit this goal. It screeches. It turns its attention from Finn to you. Caleb is charging up the slope towards it, but it hurls something down the slope at you as Caleb gets up and starts to run. And there's this. It's this thing. It's like a bag of flesh that's like purple and oozing and horrible, and it kind of leaves this trail of ichor that kind of like dribbles down the side of the slope as it arcs through the air towards you. What do you do?
Track its trajectory and move out of its way.
Okay, defy danger dex.
All right, he partial success.
Okay, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. GM offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. I'm gonna say, I think I don't want to. Let me think. I'm gonna come back to you in a second. Let's go. We're gonna go to the group over here. Hilaris and Nithalos. You guys are fighting against the group of Thrall and so forth that are on the slope here. Theo and Megan have kind of cornered this last group of Thrall. Hilaris, do you want to finish them off?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I don't realize there's a whole fight going on up here with Nithalos, so.
Yeah, probably not at this point. Okay, do your damage. And do your damage again, and so forth. Okay. I'm gonna say that you're getting tired. Your arm is starting to tire from the effort of just hacking through these bodies. So you're gonna take the weak debility as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and then Nithalos, you've distracted the Solus as it's looking out for you now, and it's surrounded by this ring of Thrall guarding it. What are you doing?
Since they're so invested in it, protecting it that I'm gonna go straight for that one and try to attack it.
Okay, so you're gonna pop up in the middle of the circle.
Yeah, almost like throwing a spike straight up through it, trying to anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna give you, so as you you start to form, the Soulless has a javelin ready to shove into your face, and the Thrall also turn and start to swing their axes towards you. What do you do?
Defend probably.
Okay, go for defend. Okay, so you're defending this position, I guess, giving yourself an opening to attack. So go ahead and hack and slash. They're going to damage you regardless because you chose to do the defend against multiple enemies here. Okay. Do your damage to the Soulless. Okay. You finish it off. However, the Thrall lay into you with their axes. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, you take the worst of these two, so 2 plus, let's say there's 3 of them attacking you, so plus 2 is you take 4 damage to Nightflows minus your armor as the Thrall hack at you with their axes. Okay, let's cut to Mira and Chip. Mira, you've got a Warlock throwing a fireball at you as Chip is tangling with 20 guys here. What do you do?
How big is said fireball?
Well, it's still forming in his hand. I would say it's kind of like sort of in between the size of a beach ball and a basketball, I guess. Be a good point of reference.
Didn't catch that one. Am I able to throw one of my daggers that I have in my inventory to see if I can disrupt it?
Absolutely, that would be a volley.
Yep. 1 second while I find what I dropped first. No, let me volley and then I'll find what I dropped. I don't have a volley option as a...
Volley is one of the basic moves, so any character can do it. So it'd be, you can roll your dex if you don't have it on your sheet.
Thank you, I'll do the dex.
Okay.
I give up today. I am not allowed to play this character anymore. I am sorry, but I am retiring Mira.
That's 5 XP or something you've gotten today?
Oh, it's ridiculous!
That breaks Jack's record previously. Congratulations.
I told you, I am doing so well today.
I got 4 XP one session from failures.
And I'm doing just about as good.
We should keep track. Have like a leaderboard. You give you an extra XP at the end if you break the record.
I mean, I always can take free XP.
Chip's going to still. He's gonna circle around and shoot the warlock.
Now I'm mad because I can't find my bead that fell.
Okay, so Chip, I'm gonna say if you take a shot at the warlock, they're gonna be on you, and you're not gonna have a melee weapon in hand to defend yourself, and you're gonna take some damage. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna blast her.
Go ahead and roll your volley.
I am fast though. All right.
Okay, you have a clear shot. Do your damage. Is the wasp going after the guys in front of you here, or is the wasp helping with the warlock?
No, the warlock.
Okay.
More important.
You'll do your damage. Okay, you kill the warlock. Well done. You get mobbed by these brigands. One of them charges at you with this kind of like half-hearted, angry scream, and you could tell that he's got some like he's angry at this whole situation and wants no part of it, and is just you're the one in front of him, and he's going to take out all of his anger on you. He's going to deal some damage, and some other guys close in around you, and they start to hit you. Let's see.
I'm in better shape than they are.
Oh, bazooka style. Oh wait.
They're going to deal 7 damage minus your armor between the 3 of them that are on you, or sorry, 4 of them that are on you. And you get knocked down. Actually, give me. You did. Give me, there. One of them shoves you and tries to knock you down. What do you do?
Slip away from him.
Okay, so give me divided your decks to get out of reach before they can knock you over. Okay, so you manage to dance back. Take an extra point of damage as you kind of step back into another one. Mira, what are you doing now? The warlock is down. Chip's kind of in trouble though.
I am feverishly going through my book, seeing if I have any attack spells.
Just do
And
your song.
oh, I could do that again. Okay.
So I don't remember if arcane art. Well, I don't know what abilities you have. If you have a spell that deals damage, then roll for it.
Arcane art.
If you use it to heal, do extra
I
damage.
used the aid and interfere, but I haven't used. Let me just do this. There.
Okay. So you get to choose one of these effects from the list. Which effect are you choosing? Are you healing, giving him a damage bonus, or
giving him a damage bonus?
Okay. All right, Chip, you got a bonus to damage as these guys close on you. Give me another hack and slash, or do something else. What do you want to do?
All right, blades come out.
Okay.
And I quickly do hack and slash.
Basically. I have no idea where this one would have gone.
Okay, I'm gonna give them. I'm giving them another instance of free damage because it's 4-on-1, and like I said, it wasn't necessary. Okay. You take another 8 damage minus your armor as these guys hack away at you. You're forced to drop your bow to quickly draw your swords, and you're defending yourself as best you can. But there's a lot of dudes, and it's overwhelming. Some of them start to split off and go after Mira as well. Let's cut back to. I think we should actually wrap up the session there because it's getting towards the 10 o'clock, 10:30 hour. So Sebastian will figure out what happens with you next time. I have to remember that I have to do something to you. And then, yeah, let's do the end of the session move. Let's see.
Got 1 XP. Oh, compared to some today.
Okay, end of session. Has anybody resolved any of their bonds or done their alignment or drive goal?
Yeah, I protected myself.
Yeah.
Your drive is.
I spurred Chip on to come with me to check everything out, even though he is paid to.
Okay, we'll say that counts. So Mira, you get an experience point for that, and Sebastian, what is your drive?
My drive is discover something about magic and mystery, but that would not apply in anything here that I can think of, except for maybe I haven't seen the Isolus yet, so that would be something interesting. I do.
That'll have to come up next time. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
And then, Chip, did you say you had something too?
Oh, I help protect Mira.
Okay, mark an experience for that.
I am not dead yet.
Yeah.
Well, one more round on I am.
What about Mira and Nithalos or Hilarious? Did you guys hit your drives? Hilarious, you're maxed out already.
Because he endangered himself to protect someone, and she killed someone from the shadows.
Okay, so we're not gonna give Hilarious already any more XP because you're already at max level. Nithalos, you killed someone from the shadows, so that's 1 XP. And then how about Mira?
Oh, I already did Mira. I said that she forced Chip to come with me.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, yes, you got the experience for that. And then, did anybody resolve any of their bonds?
No.
Okay. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
That they can turn people undead with persuasion.
Okay, I guess that's important. Yeah, everybody mark experience point for that. Do we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
He killed the warlock.
That's true. Okay. We're giving our market experience point for that, everybody. And did we loot a memorable treasure?
Not yet.
Not yet, I think.
Sebastian.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
wait.
yet.
We treasure his company,
the
but I
other
don't
thing-
think that counts. What's that?
I was thinking there was another one you said earlier you rattled through, but I was trying to. I learned about the orb and the ability to see things through that. So we found out the name of the leader. This
feel like-
little group
I
too.
feel like the orb counts as a magical mystery.
Magical mystery tour.
Okay. And then
But
the
we
leader
did find
guy
out
here
the name. But we did find out the
Yep.
name.
of a couple of the. I don't know for other things.
Didn't
I don't know that.
Didn't Nythalos have something on that? She knew the commander, right?
That was Mira.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Mira.
Mira. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew the commander.
You're getting some command points.
Ooh.
All right. And what does it take to get to level 2?
You have
So
to be Go ahead.
yeah, so you have to. It requires a long rest, and then you have to have XP equal to 7 plus your current level.
So since we're level 1, you would have to have 8 XP, which guess who has 8 XP?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you need a
you
long
do.
rest.
Mira, I
I do
think
need a long rest.
Mira, you should be at level 2 already because I gave you a free level for playing NPCing for a while. Remember?
Oh, okay. No, I don't remember. So
Okay, well, go ahead and level up, and then
I'll do
add your
that
XP on top of that.
at another time.
Okay.
But
All right. That's it for
All right.
tonight. Good game, guys.
thanks, guys. Bye.
Enjoyed it. See you in a week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to wrap up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Cannonball is Vinlu. Sorry I didn't see your chats earlier, but thank you both for hanging out. And thank you for banning our spammer as well. Hey, thanks for hanging out the whole time. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.